Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Jeremy.
And you are listening to Culips. Today's episode is a Simplified Speech episode. And this is the Culips series where we have completely natural English conversations, but we speak just a little bit slower than we do in our everyday lives. And today I am joined by Jeremy, my co-host. Jeremy, hello.
Hello there, Andrew.
Recently, I asked our Instagram followers what kind of topics they would like to hear us talk about. And we got a message from Rafael Farias. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Rafael Farias.
I think he's from Brazil, so it's probably a Portuguese pronunciation, which I don't know how to do, but anyway.
Yeah, me either.
One day maybe we can learn Portuguese, but not today. Today we are going to talk about his topic suggestion, which is going to the gym. So it's an interesting topic, and I think we both have a little bit of experience about going to the gym. So we'll talk about that here today. But before we get into it, I do want to let everyone know that there is a study guide available for this episode on our website, culips.com. And guys, this is a great way to study along with us, and we highly recommend that you check out the study guide for this episode. So just visit our website, culips.com, and you can do that. We also have some listening comprehension questions for you today. So keep your ears open for the answers to these questions while you listen to our conversation, and we'll share the answers with you at the end of the episode after the ending music. Here are the questions. Number 1, has Jeremy always gone to the gym, or is it a new activity for him? Number 2, where do I exercise these days? And number 3, what did Jeremy try to do for a while last year? Okay, Jeremy, let's talk about going to the gym. I guess the first question that we should ask is, do you go to the gym?
Yes, I do. I go to the gym maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow. Okay. Fairly frequently then, 2 to 3 times per week.
Yeah, I try to as much as I can.
Would you say that you're in good shape?
Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape, but I feel like I could always improve.
That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I feel that way about exercise too. I feel that way about language learning. I feel that way about pretty much anything that I do that is really difficult.
It's a never-ending challenge, right?
Never-ending challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go to the gym, what kind of exercise do you do? Are you strength training or doing cardio? Maybe you're taking a spinning class or an aerobics class.
I haven't taken any spin or aerobics classes.
Okay.
Usually I will run either on the treadmill or I will play basketball. I play pickup basketball with some other people at the gym, and that involves a lot of running and jumping and things like that.
Right.
And then I also lift weights, usually free weights and machines.
Wow.
For those who don't know, free weights are the weights that are not connected to anything else. So a dumbbell or a barbell, those two things, they are examples of free weights. And machines are usually weights hooked up to pulleys and steel or metal cables that allow you to lift that weight with a more complicated machine. So some people only do machines. Some people only do free weights.
Wow. So you are kind of an all-rounded gym member, a little bit of everything.
I didn't used to go to the gym. I used to not exercise very much. But these days, having a young child in my house, I need to keep my strength up. I need to stay in shape to keep up with my little boy.
Recently on Instagram, I saw, I think it was my cousin's husband was doing push-ups, and he had their little toddler on his back.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure you'll be able to do this for your son too. Give him a ride on your back while you do some push-ups if you continue your strength training at the gym.
I'll try that out after we stop this recording.
Maybe you could cancel your gym membership.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should do that.
The toddler gym.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew? Do you go to the gym or what? Do you hit the gym?
Do I hit the gym? I don't hit the gym anymore. I have in the past. The last apartment that I lived in, before the apartment that I'm in now, had a gym in the basement. So that was really convenient.
Nice.
I could just go down to the basement, and it was a pretty good gym. It wasn't maybe as good as a commercial gym, but there were many machines, like you're talking about, weightlifting machines, and there were several treadmills and all sorts of exercise equipment. So that was really nice. Now I've moved, so I don't have access to that facility, and I've kind of stopped going to the gym. But to be honest with you, Jeremy, the world is my gym because
well, I know you like cycling and running, and those two things are best done outside.
Yes, I agree. It's painful for me when I have to run indoors on a treadmill. The difference is very tangible. It's very noticeable.
Yeah.
It's such an enjoyable experience outside and terrible for me inside. So I try to get outside as much as I can to go running or biking. And I do a little bit of working out at home as well. I have some kettlebells.
Nice. Kettlebells are great.
Kind of free weight. So, to be honest with you, I just kind of toss the kettlebells around when I'm cooking. Like when I'm waiting for a pot of water to boil or something, I'll just pick up my kettlebells and whip them around for a little bit.
We should be clear for those who don't know what a kettlebell is.
Yes.
Andrew is not really throwing weights across his apartment.
No, it just means to lift.
To lift, yeah. It's a fun way of saying it.
Yeah. The movement that you do with a kettlebell is a little bit different than, a dumbbell or a barbell. Because you do swing them a lot.
Yeah.
This is one of the movements. So when I say swing them around, I actually am swinging them for the most part.
Yeah. It's called a kettlebell because it looks like a kettle, which is a pot that is used to boil water. Kettle. So, it's kind of like a squat. Would you agree?
You can do all sorts of things with them. They're a real versatile piece of equipment. So, yeah, you can do squats, you can do swings, you can do lifts, all sorts of stuff to help keep me in shape a little bit, at least.
Yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape. I know you run marathons, so.
As you say, Jeremy, there's always a goal ahead on the horizon that you want to reach, right? You're never satisfied with the current state. I think I feel the same way as you do. So I have a question here, and this is kind of a cultural question that I'm sure many of our listeners would like to know about. And that is gym culture in the States and in North America. I guess the first thing I'm curious about is how much a membership costs in your state or in your city.
Yeah, it varies a lot. Like I used to go to the YMCA. YMCA is a very famous, very well-known franchise, or I guess you could say organization. And they have gyms, but there's also usually other facilities, and they also often have things for kids specifically. So it's a good place for a family to go and work out.
Right.
And that was $85 per month here where I am. But the gym I go to now, where children are not allowed, it costs about $35 per month.
Okay. That's much more affordable. I thought $85 a month is kind of on the high end. What about if you wanted to hire a personal trainer?
Personally, I have never worked with a personal trainer, but I have heard that they can charge anywhere from $50 to $80 per hour, sometimes more.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if this whole English teaching thing doesn't work out for us, maybe we can pivot to starting a gym together, Jeremy.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Okay, and just before we close here, Raphael from Instagram did want us to teach some gym vocabulary. So I brainstormed 4 kind of basic phrasal verbs that are used really, really frequently when we're talking about exercising or going to the gym. And I thought we should explain them here today. So, Jeremy, why don't we go over them one by one? And the first one is to warm up. To warm up.
To warm up. This is a necessary phrase for anyone who wants to go to the gym and speak English and make sense. To warm up.
To warm up. And I should say here that a phrasal verb, for anyone that's not familiar, is a verb plus a particle, like a preposition. So warm is the verb here, to become warm, to warm, and up is the preposition. Okay, so here warm up is what you do when you are getting ready to exercise. It's the kind of movement that you do. It might be stretching, or it might be some light jogging or something to get your body ready to do some more intense and heavier exercise. So it's very important to warm up so that you don't get injured while you're exercising. However, personally, I never warm up. I just go.
And you told me that before, and I said, what? How do you do that? Don't you worry about pulling a muscle or getting hurt?
No, I guess not. You know, sometimes before I have to do a race, if I'm racing, then I will warm up. I will do some light jogging. But when I'm just casually exercising, I don't bother. I don't go as hard as I can, so I'm not worried about injuring myself, I suppose.
I guess. For me, when I play basketball, I have to warm up at least a little bit. If I don't, I usually end up hurting myself somehow.
Well, doctors and trainers, everyone will recommend warming up. It's very important. Yeah. I agree. I'm just very lazy. The next phrasal verb that I want to teach everyone is tone up, to tone up. Or sometimes we also say get toned, to get toned. Mm-hmm. Tone here is spelt T-O-N-E, tone up. And toning up is kind of improving your body, getting your body looking better, right? Mm-hmm. It's maybe not becoming really, really muscular, but a little tighter. And
I think it means that your muscles show through your skin a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I think a more intense expression for this, a stronger expression, is cut, to get cut.
To get cut.
Wow, he's really cut. He's cut. That means that the muscles can be easily seen through the skin.
Yeah, so if you're thinking of like the classic muscle guy that you might see in a competition. Bodybuilder, exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
But maybe a yoga instructor might be toned.
Yes, that's a good distinction there. That is exactly the difference.
You know, and there's another expression like this one that basically has the same meaning. We say, get ripped, like he's ripped.
Yeah.
Usually we say he's ripped. Women usually don't exercise to the point that they get really ripped. Mm-hmm. Women would get very toned, usually. There are some women who are very ripped, of course.
Yep.
Who have muscles that show very clearly through their skin, very defined muscles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think it's more common to see a guy that's ripped than a woman, but both can be ripped. And another expression that is similar is also shredded, to get shredded.
Shredded. Mm-hmm.
Or to be shredded. I like that word, shredded.
Yeah. It's fun to say, definitely.
So when you want to get cut, you have to first bulk up. And this is the third phrasal verb that I brainstormed, bulk up. B-U-L-K, bulk up.
I'm sure there are some of our listeners who have heard of the franchise Costco, but Costco is a store that is known for selling products in bulk. So in bulk means you're buying a package of 15 of that thing instead of just one of those. Bulk is used in that way as well.
Jeremy, one of my favorite stores in my hometown is called the Bulk Barn.
Wow, cool.
And the Bulk Barn it's just a discount grocery store. People go there because you can buy products in bulk and save money, but it's also a zero waste store. So you can bring your own containers.
Wow.
And let's say you want to buy some almonds or something.
Yeah.
You can just bring a Tupperware container and fill that container with almonds, and then you weigh it and pay for it. And so you don't need to bother with all of the plastic packaging and all that nonsense that's just bad for the earth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And so, yeah, the core meaning here of bulk is just quantity or mass, volume, right? So if you are bulking up, that means you are getting stronger and building muscle.
For a while last year, I was trying to bulk up and I was eating probably 4 or 5 meals a day. I ate as much as I could.
Wow.
I gained about 10 or 15 pounds, but since I started eating more like a normal person, my weight has gone down a little bit.
I see.
Yeah. I know that my body is different from most people's.
I eat usually only 2 meals a day, and
nice.
I have a problem not putting weight on. If I ate 4 to 5 meals a day, I would be really overweight, I think. But yes, everybody's body is different. Jeremy, the final phrasal verb here that I wanted to mention is to cool down. To cool down. So this is actually the opposite of to warm up. Warming up is what you do at the start of your exercise session. And then when you finish, you need to cool down, right? So what is involved with cooling down?
Well, if you're running, the cool down would be running much more slowly for a little while to let your heart rate slow down gradually, right?
Mm-hmm. Or it could be stretching or walking. Yeah.
Or just walking. Usually you don't want to just fall flat on the floor after doing your exercise. So a cool down is a nice way to bring your heart rate back down to normal and, well, also cool your body temperature down.
Right, exactly. Thanks again to Raphael for the question. It was fun here to talk about going to the gym with you today, Jeremy, and I'm really curious about our listeners. Guys, if you have anything that you would like to add to the conversation, if you have any questions about gym vocabulary, or maybe questions about gym culture in North America, then please get in touch with us. You can follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, any social media service that you use. You could probably find us there. Of course, you could also send us an email as well. Our email address is contact@culips.com. Our website is culips.com, and that's the place where you can get the study guide for this episode and also listen to our archive of previous episodes. We have hundreds of episodes on culips.com, so check out our website to hear them. We will be back soon with another brand new episode, and we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
And here are the answers to the comprehension questions. Number 1. Jeremy hasn't always gone to the gym. He said it was a new activity for him. Let's listen to the part of the episode where he says that one more time.
I didn't used to go to the gym. I used to not exercise very much. But these days, having a young child in my house, I need to keep my strength up. I need to stay in shape to keep up with my little boy.
Number 2, I exercise outside. I said that the world is my gym. Let's take a listen to that part one more time. To be honest with you, Jeremy, the world is my gym. And number 3, Jeremy tried to bulk up for a while last year. Let's listen to him say that one more time.
For a while last year, I was trying to bulk up, and I was eating probably 4 or 5 meals a day.